Now what we're going to do is cut our animal out. And we had some basic shape lines on there. It's not the basic shapes that we want to cut out. It is the contour line. Some of this has little details like those little toes. Take your time. Do a good job cutting out. This will take you a little while. Here's what it looks like after I have cut out my Australian animal. Please make sure that any scrap papers make it to the trash can. A lot of times Aboriginal art is done on animal leather or even tree bark. So right now our brown paper is representing that because of the color, but it's too smooth. We want to add some wrinkles. We're going to do something that we hardly ever do in the art room, and we're going to add some wrinkles to our paper. I would like you to just wad it up, be somewhat gentle when you're doing it, and then open it back up slowly so we don't have any tears. And when you open it back up, just give it a nice smooth. And now we have a nice textured brown paper to represent animal leather or tree bark. The next thing we need to do is glue our silhouette Australian animal to our brown construction paper. We're going to be using glue sticks today to do that. Work on top of your brown paper so that we don't get sticky glue all over the tables. It's the side that has all of the pencil marks that we want to put the glue on. That way, once it's facing down, we have a nice black, clean silhouette. So find the side that has the pencil. Remember, when we use a glue stick, we glue the edges of the paper. Be careful so that you don't lose an ear. This paper can rip really easily, so just go nice and slow. Trace the edge of your animal. When we use a glue stick, we always do it 2 times, so go over it. If you want to put a little in the middle, you can do that. Center it on your brown paper. And then flip it over, and before the glue dries, give it a good back massage. This is what helps our glue stick to really stick to our paper. Rub it all over the edges, all over the middle, and I like to go over it 3 or 4 times. Once you flip it back over, it helps to run your thumb or a finger and really make sure it's pressed down, because a lot of little things like those hands will want to pop up. So rub it one more time on the front to make sure everything is nice and stuck together. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is really easy. I want to be able to see your name and your class better, so please use a black Sharpie and go over your name and your class. Aboriginal art a lot of times has circles in it, and those circles are called mandalas. Well, we want to create some nice mandalas in our background on the brown paper. You're going to get a bowl by the sink. You can use the top of the bowl that's big, the bottom of the bowl that's a little bit smaller. If you can fit a whole circle on your paper, feel free to do that. But if all you can fit is a portion of the circle, it can run off of your paper. What we want to do is keep those circles as close to the animal as we can without overlapping them and without touching them. So I'm going to leave a little gap about the size of my finger, about the width of my finger, around my animal, and I'm simply going to use a pencil and trace my circle. I almost fit the whole thing, but it ran off the edge. That's okay. You're going to continue using the top and the bottom of your bowl, keeping your circles very close together, about a finger's width, and also keeping a little distance between the animals. Try to keep the circles as close together as you can. Here, I'm able to fit a whole circle on my paper. And you can even go over things like your name and class. I was able to fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 circles. You're probably going to fit around that number, probably anywhere between 6 to 10 circles. Notice how close they are to the animal. Notice how close they are to each other, but nothing is overlapping. Everything is nice and separated, but only with small gaps. This is our stopping point before we use the paint. I would like the projects to go in the table folder, and we will get them out next week and use lots of little dots to paint our Australian animals, just like Aboriginal artists.